So here's a pipe, aluminium and plastic, and I just made that shape using this tool. Let's make another one. So how to use it? You have to insert the pipe below this one, so you have to raise it up and insert it there. So the pipe has to enter between this one and between that one, down there into that cylindrical half pipe shape. So let's insert it there between, lift that up, and let's start from here. Although this pipe is 16mm in diameter, it doesn't exactly enter there, at least not easily. So push it down and now rotate this one, and it will push the pipe onto the circular shape. Notice this cylindrical part is also going onto the pipe. By the way, this cannot be in one line with that one, and as you can see, it's not exactly where it should be. You have to hold it from somewhere here, from the center. Let's put my leg there and pull the other end towards you. And notice the pipe is getting shaped, and now it is rotating, and I'm destroying the previous shape, and roughly that's it. It's moving back a little bit, so move it a little bit more than parallel between these two. Now open it. That was closed, that is opened. Try to open this one if you can. So squeeze it a little bit. Now you can lift it up. This closer to that one. Okay, and that's the shape. That is not yet corrected. So this pipe is bent to the left, and thus I will rotate it to the right. It did something. It's not perfect at all. There's a curvature also. So this hook has to be on the left side. The other arm has to be also on the left side. Insert that there and push it down. And now rotate it. Even more, because it is returning. Even more, it's not going more. To the left, push that in, lift it up, and another U shape. Here we have a drawing on the back of this package. That plate, that gray one, is for clamping it down into a vise. One arm will be fixed and you have to move only the other arm. So here's a vise. Let's insert that plate there. And I'm trying to tighten it. So it is inserted here. You can rotate it, you can open it, move it. And I managed to straighten this pipe also a little bit, this end. If the rotation is that way, towards the arm, then you are always pulling it a little bit down. Make sure the pipe is not bent down, but bent that way, and thus you can straighten it. Exactly right. Now it left marks on the pipe as I was sliding it. And at the first try I managed to make this pipe somewhat straight after it was bent. At the first try it left marks on the pipe because I did not started bending from the zero. I started it from somewhere there. So by pulling it back to 0 and only there bend it using this one, it left less marks on it. Of course, those edges still left some marks on my pipe. Now here's a different metal. This is square, it's not round. That's the first problem. The next problem is that the size is not 16mm, as it's mentioned here, 16, but it's 18. That's the second problem. The next is this is circular, that is square, so it will enter even less into here, so that this cannot be placed onto it. So if I put this here, the metal is not entering into that one, and that cannot be pushed onto it. So I cannot use it on this one. Another one would be in the diameter of this. So the larger this diameter, the less it will enter between those two. So you would need a smaller diameter so that you can insert it between two metals. But of course a smaller diameter here has a smaller diameter here also, and thus a thinner bar will enter here. So if this plate would be longer, then you could insert a larger pipe or bar here between this cylindrical part and between that part. So if this would be adjustable, smaller or longer, then you could bend thicker pipes also. Plus this part should be adjustable because a thicker bar would not fit in there. So basically here we have 3 points. This is one point, that's the other point, and that's the third one. Two of them are fixed, they are not moving, and the third one is being rotated and that one is bending. So 2 fixed points and 1 movable point. If this part would be straight, like so, then you could insert flat bars also. You would not be limited to circular ones. But if you have a flatter bar or something, then you can support it on this and that edge. You're not forced to introduce it inside.